What's going on, guys? MystaSuga here, and today I am bringing you a review tutorial on the Drake Vulture. In this video, we're going to start off with a ship tour, look at some stats, recommended upgrades, and best use cases for the Drake Vulture. As a reminder, I do stream on Twitch, so feel free to follow me over there and say hi. Thank you for clicking on this video, and I hope you enjoy, like, and subscribe. Alright, now starting off with the ship tour on this Drake Vulture, we have two main areas to enter the ship. We can go in through the back in the cargo bay or through the side up a ladder. For the purpose of a reviewtorial, I think going up the ladder makes the most sense. So we'll just pop on over to this guy and press F. And from here we have two options. We can either enter the pilot seat or just open the door, and we're just going to open the door. In here we have some components that don't really have a use yet, and same thing on this side. It's a little dark in here, so I think we will go ahead and get the lights turned on. Like I said, more just components on this side. Over here we have the toilet, and here we have our bed along with some storage below the bed. In here we actually have a gun rack on the side, and I would imagine this will eventually hold some armor or something. More components, and that is that for the cockpit and living area. Now down here in the cargo bay is the more interesting of the two areas, I would say, because of this here. This is your depot, filler station, whatever we want to call it. And whenever you start scraping some ships with your Vulture, that material will come into this hopper, and then there will be a button right here that says eject, and boxes will come out on this guy, and you can grab them with your tractor beam and set them down. The other cool thing about this hopper is you can craft things in here. So you can see most stuff is going to take one of or a mix of construction materials and recycled material composite, but a fair amount of things we can craft in here. Another good thing to know about this ship is it has a bunch of unofficial storage. So the cargo grid is 12 SCUs. We can fit one more row on this side. We won't be able to access the back of the ship through here, but we can still leave through the way we came in. So that would bring this up to 18 SCUs, and then you can get two more here, one more here, and one more here, bringing you up to 22. And you can also fill up your filler station before heading back down to sell everything. So 22 plus the 13, you can leave here with about 35 boxes of RMC, which does sell for 350 to 400k. Moving on to the back of the ship, and the absolute last thing to mention is you do have your, whatever we want to call these, panels at the rear of the ship on the interior and exterior. We also have them right there. All in all, that is the ship tour of the Drake Vulture. And honestly, I'm going to say I'm kind of impressed. It has the gun rack, the bed, the storage under the bed, and the filler station that can craft materials. I think this is sort of like a little Swiss Army knife of a ship in a way. Alright, when looking at some stats for the Vulture, the first and foremost, most important is obviously going to be the price. This ship will run you 2.646 million AUEC, and you can purchase it at the New Deal in Loreville. Some of the highlights on its stats are definitely the pitch, yaw, and roll at 55, 55, and 125, and the boosted SCM and nav speeds that are at 350 and 1100. Essentially, this guy is quick, fast, and nimble. And for that reason, we are going to fall behind in some categories. It only comes equipped with 3 size 1 shields, a size 1 quantum drive, 2 size 1 power plants, and 2 size 1 coolers. Nothing too impressive, but nothing here is supposed to be impressive. The ship excels at salvaging and getting away, and it does both of those great. There are some minor upgrades, some minor component swaps I do recommend. First and foremost is going to be getting your salvage arm loadout correct. You're going to want 2 abrades on one half of your scrapers, and on the other half, I recommend having 1 tractor beam, and realistically, you can leave the other one empty. Your second option here isn't really important. There's only 2 other components I really, and don't think of them as essential, but if you want to upgrade them, if this sounds nice, this is what I would do. The quantum drive, I would go with an Atlas because it has the fastest cooldown time of any size 1 quantum drive, and with the types of missions you do in a Vulture, you do a lot of short, quick jumps. And then on the coolers, if you wanted to, you could go for the ice plunge. It just requires a very small amount of power compared to anything else. The Atlas and the Abrade can both be purchased at Hurl 5, and the Ice Plunge can be purchased everywhere you see on the screen now. When it comes to the gameplay loops available to you as a solo player with your single Vulture, you really have 2 options, and thankfully you really just have 1 option. So go to your Mobi-Glass and come to the contracts tab here, and there is a salvage tab where you can pay for salvage rights. None of these are worth it. None of these come even close to worth it. Don't waste your time. You want to pop over to Unverified, and to the research I've done, and according to the scientists that I've been talking to, right now in a Vulture, this MISC Prospector cleanup is the way to go, and I will show you why. So we're going to go ahead and accept that one. It is almost always there. If not, I think my second favorite would probably be the Valkyrie. But as you can see, for this one, we are going to get paid for doing it instead of having to pay for it. And yeah, so we'll go to our maps. We are pretty much always going to go around Yella. Sometimes it'll kick us out to an asteroid mining base some way away, but for the most part, we'll just be in the asteroid belt around Yella. All right, now that we've pulled up to our prospector, we will go ahead and target this guy. Zoom on over to him with our ridiculous speed. And then I honestly like to stay in nav mode, just because in case somebody does show up and try to kill me, I don't have to wait to boost out of here. You know, if I hear somebody jump towards me or hear that somebody targeted me or something along those lines, this has such quick turning rate, and it's very fast to take off. Hard to hit if they're pulling up with guns, so I will just stay in nav mode. We'll go and press M, and if you put your abrades where I showed you to put them, that should be what is currently being used, I guess. If you need to change what module you have selected, if you want to change both of them at the same time, go ahead and just click right click. And then if you need to change just one, you can press left alt A or D, and left alt A will just control the left, and left alt D will just control the right. And we are back to our abrades. Left alt S to get us back to normal. But either way, pull up to this guy. One option you do have is a gimbal mode on your Vulture. So if we just press left click and start moving around like that, that is an option. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just up to your preference. But you also have the option of pressing G and unlocking the gimbal mode. And just to me, for me, this is quicker. And with 4.2.1, this ship here got an insane boost. I think it scrapes 35% faster now. And I didn't see this in the patch notes, but it seems like I'm getting more SCUs out of ships. I just released a video this week of me doing some Vulture gameplay, and I was getting about 4.3.4.4 SCUs worth of RMC, and now I think I'm getting a whole lot more than that and a lot faster. Usually to finish this guy up, I just gotta go around, do a 360 around this guy. Ooh. Get into these little nooks and crannies. And that's that. So we get 13K from the contract, 6.3 SCUs in the depot. We will go ahead, find another contract. Yeah, Prospector is there very reliably. There we go. I forgot. I didn't realize I was going to do that last 1 or 2% so quick. But that was like, what, 5 minutes? 4.5 minutes? Something along those lines. And we're at 12.9 SCUs in the depot, which is pretty frustrating. Well, let's find that last 0.1. Oh, one. Hey, all right. That was done on purpose. One, to get all the different angles to try and get this last 0.1, but two, to show you the reason we have a tractor beam. So if your ship's moving around and it's super annoying to try and scrape, you can just grab it with the tractor beam, stay still, and it will get the ship to quit moving. So that's why I recommend having a tractor beam. That cinch that's on it will never really do anything. So. And filler station full, 13 SCUs. All right, well, I'm going to get this printed. I'm gonna get this all put in the back. I will show you how to take full advantage of the cargo back here. And yeah. Okay, after the back of your Vulture looks like this, so 2 high, 3 back there, 3 back there, and 2 there. Go ahead and make sure we have this auto eject selected. The best advice I can give you on this part is to make sure that this box is a little behind that one. And then we can suck this guy over and kind of tuck them in that, tuck them behind that corner there. And that just helps. I think we were standing in the way. That helps give you enough space to fill up this section. But after this guy comes up, go ahead and bring this up. Now this is the most annoying one. It went just fine last time. I had no issues. Smooth as butter. Let's see if getting this guy over helps. Doing that. Doing that. I think that little nudge did it. Yep, that little nudge did it. So it's not bad. It is achievable. Okay. Okay. Come on, guys. So this is worth the 10.8k per box. Trust. Also, I was wrong earlier. You can stack 2 here. That's what I'm showing you how to do. And voila. What is that? An extra 11 boxes, so 23 in here, another 13 in the hopper. You can get a good 36 boxes in your Vulture. Well, if you made it to the end of the video, I greatly appreciate it. This has been my very first Reviewtorial. There will be more of these coming down the line. Let me know if I missed anything about the Vulture. Let me know if there's another maybe topic about ships you want me to cover. But I have been MystaSuga. I appreciate your time and have a good one.